Okay, guys, so I know there's someone out there trying to manifest an SP, trying to manifest money, and you're just feeling like you're tired of waiting. I know. Trust me, I have been there so many times, even before I became a coach. And I'm telling you this right now, it honestly sucks. Even me being a coach, I go through that a lot. Where it gets to the point that sometimes there just seems to be some manifestations that feel like they're just never going to happen, right? But listen to what I just said right there. I didn't say I know that it's not going to happen. I said it feels like it's not going to happen. Okay, so any time that you say, I feel like this won't happen, I feel like I'm lying to myself whenever I say that I'm rich, I'm abundant, I'm loved by my SP. Anytime you say, I feel, it is your body. It is your sensation that you're talking about, but not your true identity. You got to remember, you are not your mind, you are not your body. You are not the thoughts, you are not the sensations. You are not the past, you are not the future. You are not anything that you perceive in the 3D. Now, someone's gonna say, so what am I? Am I Rihanna? Am I Justin Bieber? Am I my classmate? Am I my coworker? What am I? You're anything that you put your awareness on. But you do not have to identify with every single little thing that pops up in your head, every single little emotion that happens when you are constantly feeling the frustration of not having your SP, right? Because that is why so many people stay stuck, because they keep identifying with that feeling. And whenever you identify with the feeling, whatever character that feeling correlates to, you will manifest more of that character in your life. So that's why I tell you not to identify with the 3D, because most of you guys are identifying with the wrong thing. Okay? If you're the version of you being with your SP would constantly be checking their Instagram story, then yeah, good. I mean, whatever. Go ahead, check the story. If that's what you would be doing, if you were in love with them and you were completely certain that they cared about you and that you completely trusted them 100% because you know that you are the biggest catch and that they would never leave you or do anything behind your back, if for some odd reason you just like to watch their stories, then yeah, go ahead and do it. Right? If you know that you would be spiraling and saying, I'm so ugly, I'm a piece of shit, they're probably going to find somebody way more sexier than me. If you know that those are the types of thoughts that you would be having if you were married and you were living happily ever after with them, then okay, yeah, sure, do it. But stop fucking lying to yourself. You know you wouldn't be doing that. Okay? So this is not me telling you, okay, all you got to do is don't do that. And then boom, join my school course. Join the membership, guys. That'll be 1,500. No. Okay. That's not what this is. I know that I cannot just tell you, hey, stop doing that. Like, I'll never forget when my boss would tell me, hey, you need to do better. Like, we would do truck orders for the restaurant. And she would not like that I would make certain mistakes or order too much. So she would say, hey, I need you to not order so much. Like, I need you to order good. I need you to do the order good this time. Instead of actually fucking sitting down with me and showing me, okay, how about this? You tell me what is your standard of inventory that you want to order. Instead of just saying, hey, I need you to do a better job on the order. She would explain it to everybody else, but she would fucking not want to explain it to me, right? So I get it. I'm not just going to sit here and say, stop doing those things. What is the other option? Well, guess what, guys? if you are capable of not looking at their WhatsApp story or at their fucking Instagram status or whatever the fuck you kids do nowadays on social media, then don't do it. But I know that there's going to come a point where you fucking slip up and you do it. So if you ever make a mistake and you take an action that you know the version of yourself who had your SP wouldn't be doing. If you complained all day about your bills and you fucking cried yourself to sleep because of how broke you were and how you couldn't even, how you got all those groceries in the cart, you scanned them so happily, so giddily, and then your fucking card declines. And you had to put everything back in embarrassment. Or better yet, you didn't even fucking go out in public for a whole month after that shit. You're like, fuck. This is worse than being Me Too'd. Right? Well, if that happened, right? It's the same thing like if you make a mistake and you just are spiraling all day thinking about your SP. You could just simply say, that is an old reflection of me. That is the old version of me reflecting. But I'm already in my end where I have my SP, where I have all the money, where I'm financially free. I don't even have to work another day in my life. Okay? Now, if you want to add the crazy affirmations that a lot of my clients say they get overnight results with, such as saying, you know, that my SP drinks my cum in their Lucky Charms. Okay? You know, like women, they'll say stuff like, you know, my pussy is the only vagina in the world that makes men horny, right? They have a life-size poster of me on my wall that they pray and bow down to every single night. I'm so rich, I get a paycheck every hour. When I withdraw my available balance at the ATMs, they explode like a nuclear bomb. Can say crazy stuff like that, or you can just simply live your life and decide right now without having to figure out the proper affirmations. You just decide right now in the moment, you know, everything is mine. I have the SP, case closed. I don't fucking give a shit what my brain is talking about. Oh, SP hasn't talked to me in X amount of hours. They've left me on red every single time I've texted them. I'm blocked on all platforms, yada yada yada. Look, I get it that there's some of you guys who are in a really tough situation right now with SP, with money. Some of you guys are paycheck to paycheck. Maybe, God forbid, some of you guys are homeless. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that's so fun and that, oh, you know, just you gotta just go to your end, bro. I get it. I've gotten eviction notices before growing up in the past. I've been brokenhearted before. I've been ghosted so many times. I know how annoying it feels when you're just like, why the fuck are they not answering me? Why is it that when everything's going good, all of a sudden it goes downhill? I know. Okay? But what good are you going to get? What benefit are you going to gain from just looping that story over and over again? Right? Like, I've heard it said so many times. Many people have said this in other self-improvement based spaces where they say that, you know, the definition of insanity is repeating the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. Okay? If you are constantly living as a human being, which means I see something happen in my circumstances and I take it as truth and I respond accordingly. I see that my SP blocked me, so I take it as they don't want me anymore. I see that it's been 6 months since I've had any sort of movement whatsoever in my manifestation, so I take it it's not working. And I know one of you guys are going to say, okay, so if I just tell myself then that it's working, then it's going to work. Oh, that's all I have to do. I already did that, Neo. But you see, you didn't stay there, did you? Because if you really stayed there, young man, young lady, old man, old lady, you would not have been fucking sane and watching this video in the first fucking place. You would not be aware that it's been X amount of months, X amount of days. You see, why are you focusing on them? You know what's interesting is that when you actually get married to them, if someone was to say, hey, do you want your husband? Hey, Billy, do you want your girlfriend? gonna say, what do you mean? Like a new one? No, wait, what? Like an open relationship? Whoa. I said, do you want your husband? Like, what are you talking about? I already have him. Or let me do the accent. What are you talking about? I already have him. He's mine. What are you talking about? He's my hubby. And then, do you want your girlfriend? What are you talking about? She's my girl. Ugh. I'm sitting in my fucking Honda Civic. Someone wants to say, do you want your Honda Civic? What, are you taking it away? I don't understand. I don't want it. I already have it. I don't want her. She's already mine. So think about it. What would it take for you to get to the point where you don't want them anymore? And I know you're going to say, wait, what? So now you're just forcing me to fucking not want them anymore to make your job easier, Neil? No. But as I fucking get stuck here on the curb here in In-N-Out, I'm just simply saying that the more you focus on yourself, the more you're not going to be so aware of the fact that you want them. Right? So maybe the solution is to focus on anything but the lack. Whenever those thoughts pop up, you allow them to do whatever they want in your head, because you know that they're just a reflection of the past story either ways. Don't try to fight them. Don't try to just say, oh, I got to think of this crazy affirmation. If you can say an affirmation and it extinguishes it, great. But don't put your money on it, because there's going to come a day where you're just going to feel all the emotions. You're going to feel all the spiralings, okay? Don't count on affirmations, because there's going to come a point. It's almost like a fucking boss battle where this boss battle is just too big for you. Okay. But the point is you don't have to fucking exhaustively flip your thoughts all the time. All you have to do, okay, is live life. So really just always ask yourself all the time, what would the version of myself who had my SP, who had the money, be doing in this moment, okay? And before you think, oh, what it would be doing is it would be thinking about how amazing it is to be in a relationship with him, how awesome it is to be rich. Like, do you really think that rich people are constantly like in the line at In-N-Out thinking about, I'm so fucking rich? It's so fucking, dude, life is not a fucking cartoon show, okay? Stop being so cheesy, all right? It's deeper. I mean, if that was really the case, then a lot of these fucking celebrities would not be doing drugs, okay? A lot of them would not be fucking depressed, okay? You come to find out that when you get your SP, when you get the money, it's not that big of a deal. So stop putting them on the pedestal. Guess what? I'm going to be real with you. When you get your SP, when you get the money, you're going to want something else, okay? So why not enjoy life right now, and in every moment just deny that version of yourself that keeps popping up internally, and whatever you see in your circumstances, ride the wave, okay? But classify it as the old version, okay? And you got to be aware of the version internally that has their SP. And I'm telling you, they are not always thinking about their SP. The person who's wealthy is not always thinking about how much money they have in their bank account. Matter of fact, that's the whole point. They don't have to worry about money ever again. They're just like, oh yeah, here's my debit card. And then they're back to fucking doom scrolling on Instagram while they're waiting to get the hell out of the In-N-Out Burger. Like right now, every single time I go in the In-N-Out Burger, I always think about, I feel rich, right? I mean, I'm not poor. I do make great money, but I mean, obviously everybody's trying to manifest more money, right? I always just think of myself as I don't have to fucking work tomorrow, right? Shit, there's a fucking party tonight. Shit, I gotta go, and I don't want to be the guy who just walks in all late and everybody's looking, like, oh man, fuck, bottles everywhere, fuck, hookers, the drill, right? Have fun with it, right? But I get it, guys. I know that a lot of you guys are really going through the ringer, but just ask yourself, have I ever tried to fucking just allow the thoughts, allow the circumstances to be what they are, but have I ever tried to just stop identifying with those circumstances? And by the way, you're going to say, but every single time that I try to deny them, I feel like I'm lying to myself. There it is again, a feeling. Okay? It does not matter if you feel like you're lying to yourself. It doesn't matter if you feel nothing. Because guess what? When you're with your SP, it's going to be the same feeling as you wiping your ass. Okay, it's going to be the same feeling as you eating cereal. Okay, it's not a big deal, because once you have your SP, once you have the money, it's no longer a concern of where are they. You just get to go back to neutral state. Okay, if you want to go more in depth in your situation, the links are down below if you want to work with me. And also just know that if you become a channel member, you get discounts to all of my services. I love you guys. Take care.